All right, Wilson. Say hi to the camera. You look upset. What's the matter? All right, I think he wants to be let down. Oh, all right. Goodbye, Wilson. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to more Flesh and Bad. So today I wanted to quickly go over my latest Zen list. Nothing incredibly spicy in here, but I will just kind of briefly go over some of the choices. The main board is pretty much the same. The only main difference is I'm moving CNCs into the main board. I think you can get away with running them into most matchups nowadays. Lots of D-Reacts running around. Decks don't block very well. So CNCs are pretty good. I've also cut E-Strikes from this list. I think E-Strike has gone down a lot in my opinion just because it's not very disruptive. It fixes some clunky hands, but I think you just want to be ideally trying to play out like more aggressive hands, and E-Strike is not necessarily an aggressive card. It's more of like a fixing card than anything. So we're cutting E-Strikes from the deck. Still on Bittering Thorns. Our combo count for today is, I think, roughly 31. Yeah, so pretty much where you want to be. I also trimmed, I think, on like Pouncing Key just because it's a little bit of a non-starter, some hands. Let's go back into the deck list, though. 29 blues in this list, so above average or slightly above what I like to run, but we are running Harmony Hunts. Reason of Harmony Hunt over Tiger Form Incantation is because generally you don't want to block with your blues anyways. So having a blue 2 block is not the end of the world. If you generally like in a hand you want to keep your blues. So that's why that over Tiger Form Incantation. Also, it presents like a lot more annoying breakpoints for like Earth decks. So you do 1/2/1 as opposed to 2/2, which is a little bit harder to block. What else? In the board we have. I'm starting to work on the sideboard a little bit, but I'm not like ultra focused on it. But we have 4 D-Reacts. Sync Blow just being like the next best D-React. And then 2 weakest links. I think this helps kind of with Aurora. And then some of like the other kind of like instant speed decks or like Acilio, that kind of thing. 1 Cosmic is just kind of like a hope and a pray for Victor and New. And then Warmongers is for basically just any kind of like attack, non-attack decks. So I think that includes Acilio, Viscerai, Vincent. Not really like Florian. Maybe Aurora. I'm not 100% sure on Aurora. I don't think it's actually that good in Aurora. But yeah, these are kind of the core ideas. I do think this deck's still very good, by the way. I'm not like. I think I'm tempering my expectations because I don't expect that Zen is going to convert amazingly well in the PQ season. But I think he does have like a little bit of surprise factor and like a little bit of a. People are not necessarily teching for this deck, so you get away with like. You get around things like. What's that card called? Like Erase Face and stuff like that. So I think he's actually in a pretty good spot. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just get into the games for today. All right, looks like we got a Victor. Into Victor, we probably want our React package. What are things we can kind of trim down on? I don't think CNC is at its best against Victor. Just because they have so much fridge, it's very, very unlikely to connect generally. Cosmic is definitely good. Do we want to cut anything else? I think fat decking Victor is a little bit fine. Let's try it and see how it goes. This is going to be a very rough matchup, though. But notably, they are on Tunic, so. Okay, starting with the gold main state is very, very bad for us. Yeah, seismic makes sense. Okay, they are giving us the opportunity to filter here, which I think we are going to take. I think we're just going to block 6 here. Hold on to our D-React, try to dig for Transcend. Looks like they also potentially have a Heave card. Kind of interesting. Looks like a blue Thunderquake. Okay. Hopefully they're priced in doing that, but we've got a very, very solid turn, so this is very good for us. We get full Chase the Tail aspect, and then, or not aspect, but we get another Tiger, and then we get to Arsenal or Sync Blow, which I think is really good for us. So I'm going to do the Tiger now so we get the shoot go value on it. And then we'll just hide the fact that we have a Transcend here. Oh, it's a little bit obvious if they know what they're looking for. Gain a resource. Seems pretty good. And I think we're just gonna activate Zen, get our chase. And then do chase Kakara Tiger. Just send the most amount of annoying breakpoints. Okay, looks like they do have a trounce here though. And they win both of them. That's pretty bad for us, but hopefully they're not able to convert what they draw. They drew an E strike off of it. Okay. So that means they are going to probably be able to convert their whole hand next turn, which is a little bit concerning. We're getting a little bit of good chip in here. Okay, we got him to block with the card as well, so I'm a little bit happy about that. If I had to imagine, most likely their play is going to be make a seismic, E-strike, then Thunderquake me. Something like that. Okay, looks like I was pretty much... I'm assuming that they're going to do that. Yeah, because they would waste their seismics otherwise. So we now have the option to filter. We also have the option to just traverse. If we get traverse, we can just send a ton of damage. Although I don't know if we actually want to save traverse for the Cosmic Awakening. That might be a little bit greedy. But I think we're going to go ahead and take 9 here. I think it's okay. Okay, it looks like they are going to Thunderquake. Which is not too bad for us. So what is our play next turn? Could also just not care about Traverse. We could use our Pouncing Paws to kind of unbrick this hand a little bit. Because effectively, Pouncing Paws is getting 4-ish value, 5-ish value. It's pretty good Pouncing Paws. And then we're just going to do Kakara, bop, bop, bop. Yeah, seems pretty good. I think there's definitely merit here to maybe using Traverse to just get a Chi and then send a bunch of damage at them, but I don't know if that's super necessary. I'm going to start with the Bittering, I think. Yeah. See what they do. Okay, looks like they do have a Trounce and a Civic Steps. Okay. I didn't imagine this was hitting. I was just kind of starting out with this to kind of see what they did. So now that we know they have a Trounce, attacking into them is kind of worse. Kind of less than enthused about sending a ton of things at them if they have a Trounce. I think it's fine, though. Notably, we're not getting Shuko value here, but I think it's okay. They are going to probably have to block with Trounce on this. Okay, looks like they win and they get a Thunk as well, which is pretty nasty. We have a Spinning on top. Okay, there's the Cosmic. Interesting. Self-Spelting. I almost want to react this just in case they have a CNC and that's their kind of follow-up play. And then we can maybe fish away some of our like spinning is probably the sink the target. So let's go ahead and do that. I still want to risk like them chaining this into a CNC and then like arsenaling something because they do have the resources for it. Okay, Pummel is interesting. So now they Titan's Fist. I think that's okay. feel like we maybe want to pitch Cosmic just because it's a little bit early for it. Although I don't even know if this is actually helping. They've had such a very aggressive start that I'm not entirely sure it's worth it. I guess we'll go ahead and block a little and filter our hand though. I think it might be fine. I think we'll still pitch the sink. That's a good draw. I guess we're discarding Bittering Thorns now, so we can just at least transcend and send some damage back at them. One alternative thing we can do is we can like block this and then like sandbag the chi. Hope we draw into another chi and then hit them for 20. Is that worth it? Alternatively, you could do levels, but we'd have to use our traverse to do it. Maybe it's fine to just pitch with the Cosmic. I don't know if we need it right this second. I think we have like a reasonable play otherwise. So that's leading me to believe that I don't think we need to like take an entire turn off to deal with this. Although if they do have like another test or trounce, I think we're a little bit in trouble or a little bit punished for doing this. I think we will go ahead and do it. We'll put back. Probably Aspect is the best card to put back, and we'll gain a resource and pitch. And we'll get what here? We do want to draw a card off this. It's probably Mauling, just so we can arsenal whatever we draw, ideally. So do draw, go. Drop is a good arsenal target. Okay, block with the wall is fine. Yeah, maybe Cosmic is too much of a meme into Victors. They're pretty aggressive right now, just because they have to be in order to kind of contend with the Wizards. It's maybe good data, though. I don't think it's completely terrible, though. Like, maybe just as a pipe dream. I don't think it's also bad into new. Okay, looks like they're blocking this out. Seems pretty good. They do have a slightly concerning amount of gold. Alright, there's a weakest link, which is whiffing, fortunately for us. But what is our play going to be next turn? I think we can send the whole hand pretty much, right? I wonder if we just don't give a shit about this and then just fire back. I think it makes sense. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. They will probably block the Biting Breeze here, so maybe we should have blocked with like Tiger Swipe. But we can still get an Aspect here to like turn this on, so I don't think it's terrible. Or you just like Arsenal one of these. Okay, seems good. And then we'll do this now. What are we getting here? We can do Breed Anger doesn't work. I think it's just Aspect, right? And see what kind of how many cards they want to keep in hand. Because if they want to keep also, I maybe should have waited on this, by the way. Thinking about that now. But I think it's okay. Oh no, it comes in for 4. We're fine. We're fine. I'm just trying to manage the breakpoints. If they keep a 4-card hand, I wonder what I'm supposed to do. I should probably just play it out, honestly, because Tiger Swipe can be pretty clunky sometimes. We do still have the fridge as well, so we're effectively at 13. It looks like they also don't have a tester or anything, so I think we're in a good spot. And we get to our smaller tiger. I think this worked out for us, actually. Yeah, I forgot about the tiger in Arsenal. Decent amount of value to that. Okay, they reveal a choke slam and a macho, so it looks like their follow-up's going to be a Titan's Fist, and then I imagine they're going to try to Arsenal the macho. Oh, they do have the seismic as well, so they can technically play the choke slam out if they want to. Which would turn off our wind chakra. So if anything, I think we should block. So we have to block something here, because they're going to be able to send 13. We're at 13 effectively. So we definitely want to hold on to Wind Chakra. It's probably going to be Winds of Eternity, just because we don't... Because if we want to be getting chase or something, I don't think we want to keep on holding on to this. I think it's okay. And then they follow up with Choke Slam, we block. I think we're okay. We can go to 1 here, so they Choke Slam. Yep, which makes sense. Yep, go to 1, go back up to 2, and then do like chase aspect stuff and try to kill him. And then we get to keep Shuko around as well, which is pretty valuable. What are we doing with this other chi, though? Oh, actually, maybe what we're getting here is Ki Unleashed. So we transcend, bop bop, gain another chi in hand. We have 2 blues. We activate Zen, spending 1. So we can't Gakara if we do that, right? No, well, we can if we pitch this. Yes, yes, we can do that if we pitch this. So I think that's actually probably the play. Or we don't get Ki Unleashed, we hold on to this. I think it's actually better. So we first do these 2. Get our Wind Chakra. Then we get Chase because we have the Tiger already. And then mana efficiency wise, or not mana, but resource efficiency wise, this probably makes the most sense. And then we can hold on to the Biting Breeze if we want to. Depends what their hand is. They are still threatening lethal with Titan's Fist, unfortunately. Because we do, like, Shuko block doesn't really do a whole lot. But they will have to give us another card here, which is good for us, I think. And Golden Sun is very, very good for us. I think we gotta hold on to the Biting Breeze. Hope their 2-card hand isn't that good. Hopefully not CNC. Hopefully it's just Titan's Fist pass or something. Although this next hand lined up pretty well. But we will have to block with something here at the bare minimum. Alright, looks like they're going to start cracking some gold, which is probably makes sense in this position. Visit's actually not terrible for us right this second. Because I don't think this game, like, if we pass back to their turn and they're not dead, I think we're just dead anyways, right? So hopefully they brick here, but it looks like they didn't. So that's unfortunate. We will have to try to find a Flick Flack off the top because we're only running 1 sync. And even then, I think we barely stay alive. Unfortunate. But yeah, we almost got there against Victor. Good game, though. We'll pass it. Yeah, Victor is still a pretty rough matchup, especially if they see their gold main and their tests pretty early. I'll give him a good game, though. Yeah, I guess we'll just go on to the next one, though. I think Victor is definitely, like, winnable, though. I think it's just a little bit rougher. One thing I think makes it a lot worse is Tunic, just because they're able to do a lot more efficient plays. Like, I don't think tech plating is very, very good. But anyways, they got it over us, so pretty good game. All right, looks like we got an Aurora. I want to try out my Aurora board, because this matchup is a little bit difficult. I'm on AB0 here. Then we want the weakest links, and then what else do we want to Aurora? I think I trim generally on some of, like, kind of the clunkier stuff just to make room for more disruptive. things, so cutting down our Arcanic combo count to bring in Arcanic Disruption package. And I think I also want to sink below just because covering up their breakpoints is pretty important. Okay, here I also want to just see what they do. They could theoretically like play a lightning card on our turn somehow, and then activate this and like set something up, like play out a sigil. I think I'm pretty comfortable passing here though. Then I think we want to arsenal at least one of our CNCs is probably fine. Okay, looks like they got a burn up shock, so we are definitely incentivized to try to block this out. Okay, into a second strike for 4. A little bit annoying since we are on AB0, but comes with the risk. I think we will just block this out with the CNC though. Just force them to try to push it through if they really want it. Okay, into a snatch, which I think we also probably want to block out. It looks like they want to do something different. Okay, 2 into snatch. Sure. So I think what we want to do is block with the bittering here, and then if they want to commit the snatch here, I think we just block it. I think we're kind of okay with this. We are technically down 1 armor, but we deny a lot of nasty on hits with this hand, so I think it's kind of fine. We still have our CNC also loaded for whenever they try to go on an arsenal. Although most likely they're just going to use crown to crown whatever it is away. But could be a little bit disruptive if they are still like an arc lightning or something for a future turn. Alright, another burn up shock is kind of annoying. Alright, pitching a red, so I think we're still incentivized here to try to block this out. I don't think their hand's going to be that crazy, honestly. Okay, another flittering. So they could force us through with like lightning press. Should be a little bit scary, but I'm going to try blocking this out and see what happens, because like I don't really just want to take a broom grenade for no reason. Yeah, it looks like they didn't have anything. So we basically, by blocking out, like soaked up a ton of damage. I think we will try to get up a needle here, because we can follow up with CNC. I think spending 1 needle here is fine. Just kind of slow them down. Sure. Give us 3 block. I think we are A-okay with that. And then they're probably going to have to give us crown here, if I imagine. Yep, makes sense. All right, so we used 2 in CNC, so our last CNC in the deck is pretty live. And we did force out crown, so I'm not too unhappy with this. All right, hopefully no boom burn up shock this turn. Although they do have Gone in a Flash, which is a little bit scarier, honestly. Yep, I think we're just gonna let this happen. No way to block this out this turn. Okay, looks like they got the blink as well. Surprised by no lightning greaves here a little bit, but maybe their hand just wasn't gas enough to do it. Use fuse, deal 1 damage, target hero, sure. And like this is fine. They're not sending a ton of damage here, although lightning press does add a little bit to that. So they have a Gone in a Flash and Arsenal, and they also have Tunic Lightning Greaves up, which is a little bit scary. We are going to have our Zen State live though, so that is a plus for us. We will go ahead and let this hit and then transcend. Gain a resource. Now, is it worth it here to actually just make a Zen State now? Like we Maul and Key, Arsenal Breed Anger, make Zen State. Could be good depending on what their hand is. I get pretty good value out of it. We basically get 2 turns out of it. I almost want to see what happens if we do it. I imagine they probably block out here, like on the mauling key, but their deck doesn't block incredibly well. I want to see what happens if we do this. I'm not sure if it's good or not. Okay. Well, they're keeping a 5 card hand into his end state, so I think we're pretty okay with that. This hand leaves a little bit to be desired, but decent at blocking. We have our third CNC, and then we can also kind of cover some 4 breakpoints with our 3 blocks. So I don't think this is actually that bad for us here. Kind of lucky that they didn't block that there and then just like send like a 2 card 6 or something. But it's pretty good for us here, I think. We also have our Traverse active if we want to get that going. So we could do... Probably want to block with at least one of these 2 for 6s. Oh, if they're taking their entire turn off, we are thrilled with that. Yeah, this is great for us if that was their turn. Like, if Zen State time walks you, like, that is incredible. Okay, what is the play here? They have Gone in a Flash in Arsenal, so we're more incentivized to CNC than to do anything else. And then, what are we doing with this chase? Nothing, probably. We could pitch it to Needle. So I think we actually want to start by popping the Pouncing Paws, because it lets us kind of unbrick our hand here. So we'll start with the Crouching Tiger for 0. Then I think we will Breed Anger, pitching our Biting Breeze. And then Sigil of Suffering does not actually proc here, which is really good for us. Follow up with our second Tiger. So since they're incentivized to block us here, I'm a lot less inclined to try to chase the tail, which maybe means we should have overpitched it. Yeah, I think Needle here is probably wrong. So if we pivot from here, I think the correct answer is CNC, because we know that Gone in a Flash is in their arsenal. Looks like they're going to give us some armor here. Okay. So we basically bought 2 turns of this end state, which I think is pretty good for us. It looks like they're just passing back. This hand's a brick, though. Pretty badly, in fact. So I think we're going to Needle here, because we do have the weakest link to try to force through some disruption. And this forces more blocks out of them. So they basically got all... If they have to block this and then the weakest link also, they're basically getting time walked kind of three turns in a row here. Well, it looks like they're not going to give us anything unless it's a Sigil of Suffering or something. I'm also surprised they haven't made like an embodiment or something. It's definitely interesting. Yeah. So we're going to weakest link here. It's a little bit of an unfortunate hand. I think we have better draws in our deck. Like, if the Tiger Swipe was like a spinning, that entire hand works. A little bit unfortunate, but I think that's kind of some of the risk you have to play with running like a higher combo count in your deck. Is that your chance of bricking does go up the higher like if you're running good combo cards. I feel like your brick percentage is like directly tied to your combo card count in a way. All right, Sigil of Suffering is fine though. Okay, CLV is not fine though. It's a little bit annoying. Yeah, and this combo is kind of disgusting against Zen because you really cannot afford to run AB, I don't think, into Aurora. You just like waste so many equipment slots and then like you're spending cards to block. It's like I don't know. It's almost like you lose out on like a very good card. So they already got their CLV trigger. So there's not really a reason to try to block this right now. Like, I'd rather save armor for a more important on-hit. Okay, they do have a blink. It's a little bit annoying. They're not popping Greaves, though, which is interesting. Or if they wanted to do that. Yep, seems like they do. Sure. Nope. I don't fully know what they're doing. Because now they don't get to return it to hand. No problem, ass player. Don't worry about it. Yep, so they get another free CLB proc, which is really annoying. Now they're going to Tunic, Lightning Greaves, Blink Gone in a Flash, which is pretty nasty. So they should do it now if they want to do it. Yep. Burn Up Shock is annoying. Although they do lose out on a bounce by playing it for the burn up mode as well. So I guess we are now incentivized to try to block this. Okay, they have a Sigil of Lightning, which is definitely annoying. I think we're probably going to have to end up taking one of these burn up shocks. It becomes too expensive to just give them cards here. Hopefully their last card is not anything, so we take 8, go to 11. And then hopefully their last card's not like a blue or something, so they can like Starfall Embodiment or something. Stack Shock's fine, though. Okay, they want Starfall to keep CLB around. That makes sense. Yeah, that's probably better. Okay, pretty good turn from them, but let's hope ours is a little bit better here. So, I think we're doing our levels thing. Pitching our levels, getting this. Okay, theoretically, if they were to let the Tiger Swipe hit, we could get another Chase the Tail. And then if they don't let the Tiger Swipe hit, we can just keep the Chase the Tail in Arsenal. It's kind of greedy, but I kind of like it. So you just get our first Chase the Tail, and then if they let the Tiger Swipe hit, we get 2 Tigers, we play out the other one. Could be pretty good. Wind Chakra is not exactly what we were looking for. But I think it's fine. So we'll do Tiger now. We are going to be sending quite a bit of damage here. So we need to send the Tiger Swipe now. We need them to not block, ideally. Because then I think we can pressure lethal. Alright, that's perfect. So that is exactly what I was planning for. So now we are able to pressure life total, although we will have to sacrifice Needle to get there. But I think it's worth taking them off at a 4-card hand to do that. We also basically lose out on a card by doing this, but I think it's okay. We could also get their Tunic. Right. So we don't technically take them off a 4-card hand. It's a little bit unfortunate there. This is potentially a good draw, though. Especially if they have something nasty like a Auto Flash, I do think technically qualifies as nasty. Yes, I think we will flick that. Notably, we do also still have the needle around. Okay, Arc Lightning is a little bit scary. Static Shock. So it's a go again. We get hit by it. We take another 1 extra. And then this is a base already dealing 1. So I think we are supposed to block this. It's a little bit unfortunate. I think it's okay. Snatch is worst case scenario. Yeah, this is not the hand that could deal with the Snatch. Yep. Unfortunate. I guess we're just mono transcending here. We can get a Tiger Swipe. Do we have a Tiger Swipe left? Yes, we do. Is there anything better? Probably not, right? Yeah. Technically pressure them off 2 cards. Okay, getting a block with 2 current funnels is fine for us. Okay, this hand blocks pretty well, so that's good for us. And then this is potentially threatening 6, so we do have to double block this, which is a little bit annoying. If we double block here and here, they send a 4, they make a grasp, and then... So the question is, so if they have a blue, which is like, okay, they definitely have a blue, because they pitched 2 current funnels, right? There's no way they wouldn't if they had this, right? So if that's the case, then they grasp into Starfall. Well, no, they can't Starfall. They can grasp into like making embodiment. So we do need to play around this killing us. So I think we have to block 5 here. I think that's best. And then if they pump and deal 1, we're fine with that because we keep 2 cards. If they make embodiment and then Starfall, so they can't pump the Starfall, I think, right? So they haven't played a lightning card. I don't think there's a way for them to play a lightning card and then also do that. Okay, so it looks like it's grasp plus Starfall. Okay, well, this doesn't kill us. Okay, I think we just barely get there. I think we do have to start with Needle, though, because we want to send 5. And then we're going to put them basically on a 1-card hand unless they have the last Sigil of Suffering. That would be a little bit unfortunate if they did. I think we got a buff. They have it? Oh, okay, we got it. Aurora is definitely a close matchup, and I think the Sigil of Sufferings make it a lot worse. I almost wonder if bringing in AB, like, maybe going off a Needle bringing in AB is worth it, but I don't know. It just feels so bad because if you're paying for AB against Aurora, like you're basically like wasting an entire card, which is not where you want to be generally. If they have like Sigil of Suffering CLV, like it's pretty nasty though. Like not a whole lot you can actually do as Zen to kind of interact with it. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this matchup. This matchup is like more difficult than it seems, but I think it's definitely doable as I kind of showcased here. But yeah, let me know in the comments. I don't think I played that exactly perfectly, but anyways, this is the deck list for today. I think I'm going to probably bring something close to this. So I'm debating between like Acilio and Zen for Piku season. I think they both have their strengths. Zen is definitely more of a comfort deck though, so I think I can pilot him generally quite well. So definitely an option for the PQ season. I do like this list a lot. Yeah, but anyways, let me know what you all think of the deck list, if there are any cards or choices that you all are making, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks.